Okay, guys, we're going to show you the President Grant meme I got off of Facebook. You guys, it's a place called 11 Meter Repeater. Look that up on Facebook group. You'll find all the manuals. I found this. If you guys want to download this, let me know. I'll put it in the link description where you can get it. You guys can take a look. It's the original Grant. It's the 858 chassis. That's the one. And has all list of all the capacitors. This one's from 1977 version. Is all the stuff you guys can take a look. So we're going to do this. I'm going to give you guys a look at it. It's got all the stuff you want. But I'm sure a lot of guys would love to have this book right now. But I'll put it out there for you guys to have fun or look at it. So you guys can take a look. So I don't know what to look like on OBS software. I'm going to let you guys look at it for a second. And I'm going to shut this off soon after we get done with this. I'm going to give you guys a look at it. You can pause the video, look at this anytime you want. I'm going to show you what the problem we're having right now. Hopefully you get it going soon. It's that 141 and 142 I told you guys about. You guys will see that video I just did today. It was from last night and this morning. Actually, so I'm going to let you guys look in a second and I'll let you pause it. This is the transmission alignment. So I'm going to let you guys look at it for a few minutes. This is all of it here. So let it for a second. I'm going to give you guys a glimpse to look at it for a few seconds. So I know this is on O2 Radio Network right now. He's watching it and doing the show. He probably will be doing the 2 Radio soon around midnight in 30 minutes. I'll be heading over there soon. So I'm showing you the manual. These are extra L-type listers. This is the whole entire Grant. So you guys can take a look at that. See, this is it, guys. I replaced all these big capacitors. The original one had these little blue capacitors. I did not know they actually had them. The trans, what they call the trans type caps. They're right down there. You can see them. But I replaced those. But we got to fix this when we get some time when we do this. And you guys know what I have to do. If we can get it lined up and things will touch it, it'll work. So we can still have to replace all these up here and do that one down here to be swipe the cat to put in there. But this one we have to swipe from this one here and up that way. You guys will see it later. But this is all the original President Grant 1. So if Wagon Master wants to go learn how to fix one of his, this is all the manual. If you want to download it, I'll put it down below where you guys can get it. And there's the relay and everything's all about it. It took me some time to find this, but we got it, guys. It is the original one from 1977. You guys can see it on the stream. And last second. We've got a one viewer out there tonight. Let's see. There we go. If you guys want the manual, I'll put it out there and let you guys get it and have fun with it. And I'll let you guys look at that. We'll make sure to do that. Uh-oh, what happened? We just jumped out of the stream. Oh, let's see. I hope we can get it back open again. Uh-huh. Oh, let's see. How about that, guys? Let's see. Let me try to reopen it back up so we can get it back on the stream. There we go. Hope we can see it. Oh, shoot. Hold on a minute. Firefox. Let's see if we can do that. Get it open. Let's see if I have an idea. So get this open. I'm trying to get it back open in a second. There we go, we got it. Okay, we can go back over here in a second. Get you guys to look at the grant. That's cool. Here we go. See it? Sorry about that, guys. Where we're at during time. We're down here. There we go. That's the whole entire board. There's the relay here. That's relay 1. That's the relay type thing is. I'm gonna go guys. That's the relay. That's the one we had problems with. We got to try to get this to work again. You guys saw it over here. This is the 140. This is the one I had. You guys saw what I did on the video. So I'm gonna go down here, show you more of it. So at least we found it. So we're good. We're good. And these are all TPs and stuff like that. We'll put it in here down below where you guys can get it today, and we can get some tomorrow. But we'll make sure everything's good. So these are all the traces. These are the track things. TR is transistors, I think they are. But this is all of them right here, guys. You see everything we have listed here. We're looking down this area where that board is. It's these 2 connectors. If you guys see here, let me give you guys a zoom at. We'll tell you about it in a minute. And I'll show you guys in a second what they are. Let's go look at it. Let me show you. This is the one we're talking about, this area here. Now, sure, that's the one we have to fix. This one right here, we're looking at down here. Can you guys see it? And see, here we got a good screen. This is the one we're looking at right here. There it is. Right there. So where I put my mouse on, that is what we're looking at right there. To give you guys a picture of it, I'm going to go really zoom up. And I'm going to go back out in a second. There they are. Those 2 things right there we're looking at right here. I'm going to figure out which is that. That's the one we're looking at, this one here. It all connects over here to this way. But that's the one I'm looking at right there. And usually it's under the wire, but I moved the wire underneath it because I was doing this. This is the plate I took off yesterday and did all the desoldering down here. And these little 2 connectors is the 141 and 142, where the trace got ripped off because I was trying to pull the capacitor out last night, or this morning, when I was pulling one side down and one popped up like that. It popped off the trace a little bit. That's what it is. We have to probably get some kind of copper wire to get in here, or get into the trace here and try to find the little edge of it. When we do find it, once we connect it, it'll connect both sides. No problems. It's just one trace that goes around this whole thing and it goes out to there. Because I don't, when I had continuity, it usually will make the beeping sound if it has it, or this usually has continuity right here. We probably have to make some kind of, we have to probably get it into the copper right here so it can link that way. And it links the other ones too under here. But it's hard to tell by from that as far as zoom. Let me zoom this back out. But that is the area I'm talking about right here, 141 and 142. That's the area. And it looks like that's what I'm seeing. There's something under this little cord here you don't know about. There's another silver thing, but it's actually that area we're looking at, or it could be down here. But it's mostly this area right here that I'm looking at right now. And usually when you hit the trace on one of these here, it usually will hit one of these, no problem. The only, it's got continuity on both sides here, except there's no continuity here or here. Usually when it crosses here, it should have continuity right there. It should have make noise from that. But we got to get into the trace to get this thing to solder to this thing. There's like maybe on this edge here we can probably do it. So we'll do that when we get some time. But we still got a long way to go to the capacitors. And I'll tell you in a second. And that's what I'm saying. That's the original President Grant 1, the 858 chassis. That's the one. We'll zoom back out. It's the board, guys. You can see it. Pretty cool. And you guys can see the whole thing. It's the original manual. I'll put it in the link description later. You guys can go get it for free. And you guys can take a look at this later. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And this is all the stuff. This is pretty cool. We're just going to go to 110. But I'll leave it at this rate. So we can leave it like that. So you guys take a look. Can't get nothing better than this. It took a while to find it, but I found it today by looking around for it and did a search. This is the wire I connected last night. I replaced this wire because I burnt one of these wires on accident because I was doing some desoldering over here to get these caps down here. I was doing some desoldering down here to get these caps. And that's what I was doing. And you guys know that. So I had to do all that replacement. And there was another wire that went to this board here. It was this third wire, but I don't remember seeing in the original, the one I actually have, there's a wire that goes under here to hit there. So into the trace where say it was modified. This is the original wire I was doing last night. So there was a wire that connects here, and it connects to down here in this area here. It connects here, and it connects underneath it, somewhere around this area. You guys will see it. And it was connected there, but it was like that. I put it back to its original thing. So that's what I did. And there's a lot of stuff you can see. But these are the original wires. The other one was a different kind of wiring. Someone did this. Probably they were doing something to make it work. It's pretty cool. So we got the list of, what are these? Those are probably the capacitors names. That's where all the capacitors are at. You guys can see it. Those are the list of the capacitors. When they're showing these little blobs or capacitors or the other way. Let you guys take a look for a second. And we got some more right here. You guys can take a look. So this is the capacitors list, the 100s. And there's 135. That's right. But I was trying to find where 111 is. And I didn't know 111 is over this area. That's the one the capacitor has not listed 111. I've been trying to find 111. It's in this area. So it's not down this crazy area here. I thought it was in this area, but it's actually north of the thing. Probably there is a capacitor on it. I don't know. It's actually 111 right here. Let's see where that is, but we found the 111 capacitor. That could be it, but it does not show inside the capacitor, this one. So that's the one of the things that has it. And there's 114, and all those are the ones here. This area I did the most main area a couple of days ago. This area and all this area. These are the boards that facing that side. Yeah, I was up in this area a lot. That's right, 97, 88 over this area, 90s. Here we go. We get into the 100s, 150s. Here we go. We're going to show you the 142 if it's there. Oh, they're listed right here. These are capacitors, I believe. And there's 183, 184. They said there is the 140, 141. That's not the right ones. Because I was looking at down here. These are just different transistors. So those are not capacitors. Capacitors will be like these here. There's probably different on parts of the board. Um, yeah, these are actually what's on the map. These little things are on the maps you look for on the schematic on the next bottom of the page. That's where you have to look at one of these areas where the schematic is. You'll see it on the thing. That's what you guys have to look at. So actually 162 is what you need to look on in my area. We're looking at 162 is what you need to go look on the schematics on this book. That is where the 141, 142 is at. Where you guys saw in the video where I burn off where the trace that pop off. As you see that right here, this one in this area. We've got to find a way to get these things to go in the right place. You guys know what I have to do. So that's what they are. This is D's. These are D section. I think these are diodes. Could be. This is all listed there. So this is the original menu. You guys can see it. Pretty cool. At least we got this in here right now. These are transistors. TR transistors. All the transistors are in here too. Pretty cool. I wish I had a manual. These are capacitors. C are the capacitors. So these are all the right areas. So I've done a lot of these capacitors the other day, and there's only a few we have to do, especially number 52 or 51, I think it is. There's 52 right here. And these was the tough ones to get underneath when I was doing those. Especially number 50 was over here. And you guys see all the capacitors right here unlisted. So there's 68 down here. I did that one the other day. This one, we have to do, I think it was 68 is one of them, or 67 on one of the hard. I think C61, but down in this area here, I think that there's a capacitor I have to do to put the one in, which I thought this one was missing in it, so I looked at the contact manual I got, which one of the caps is supposed to go in this area too. So this is all the list of the capacitors. You guys can see it. Then we're going to get down to the 100s and 90s and all that stuff. You guys can take a look at that. So yeah, you can see the whole 858 chassis. Look, that is original. And those little Tampton type compressor caps I removed last night, they were originally in the thing, but with contact mics you got to put those in and replace those. But there's got to be a way to make those work on both sides. But you'll see the video I did last night and today, and you'll go look what happened I did on that trace board with the circle thing. Maybe there's a way to do it. Maybe we'll have to go in there, get into the holes, don't burn the board, and try to maybe use some solder braid and try to get down to the metal of this part here, down here on the other side, and maybe we can solder it to one of these, or one of these trace connectors will solder it right with the solder on it. Who knows, that might work. Look at that. And probably we could put a piece of copper wire around these things. I don't know, maybe we could try something like that and solder on it. Look at that. So yeah, there's the capacitor. I did these the other night. I replaced those last night. These right here, I've done those. C77, C78, I've done those. No, it was actually last night I replaced those in that one. And these two here. But we have to get up in this area to do all these areas. There's more capacitors. So we're going to roll it up here. Yeah, there's 100. See, 111 is under this thing. Wow. I was looking for 111, but it is under there. It's not on the metal side. It's under the board. I don't think we should take the risk for that one. It's way in there. So that's where 111 is, under that whole wire. I didn't see it last night. I was trying to look for it, but it's under this wire here. Way under here. So 100 C111, I was looking for that one last night, and I thought it was over this area, which it's under. So what I got confused the other night, is there an 88 in this list? 88 was right in this area, I think it is. It's showing 84, 85. Um, hmm. So I got confused with 88 here, and instead it was that, but I put the cap up here in the wrong area here, and I probably have to swipe this one to this one, and that's what I have to do. And the other one, we swipe the other one to here. So 88 was up in this area, I think it is, but there was an 88 over there last night. So we found 111 or 110s over here. I did 110 a few nights ago, I think I did. Oh, the capacitors over this here. And here we go. We get a little bit more into detail here. There's 179. That's the one we're going to be replacing. It's in that area. You guys know 179 is in there. And yeah, there's other ones in there. I did not know they're in there. 175. But these are probably different capacitors. And these we did the other day. I did 198 in here. I think we did. Now that's on the trace board. No. You just have to look at what they look like. Some could be capacitors, some could be not. I think we done 154. I think that was one of them. But some are capacitors, some are not. Are probably different caps. I don't know. Yeah, we did all of those areas too the last few days. Yeah, I done 158 in this one too. Yes. It's 200 this way. 163. I think that's the one we have to play with. Or 204. But you guys see that we're replaced a lot of the caps in this area. Probably right here. But everything is listed. Here we go. 142 and 141. There it is. 140 and 141. That's it. That's it. Not 142. Sorry about that. 142 has been replaced in the system. That's actually 142 in this area. But it's actually 140 and 141. That's what we're looking at right now. That's what I'm looking at, guys. That's the one you guys have to go look at. I replaced those last night, but I have to probably fix this in this area. And probably will make one of these in this area. Maybe it goes to one of these things that will jump wire either way. They're all lined up in that board there. So one of these things to go the other way. As you see that, probably gonna go watch the T-Radio soon. So here's our lower list here. You guys see all the capacitors. There's 206 and all that. 240. Has a few minutes to look at it. There's the 402 there. But this is all the original capacitors. They're all in this area too. So yeah, these are actually they didn't have a blue type cap on this area over here. This area I had to replace this one, but I got these two in. So yeah, you guys can see that. Pretty cool. So these are resistors too. A lot of resistors in this area. Those are resistors. You guys will pause. Resistors. But I'll give you guys the manual today so you guys can look at it. More resistors in this area. Pretty cool. Yep, is the original Grant. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm gonna go down to more listers in this area. Looked at this, I was trying to find it, but someone should have helped me out, but I hadn't found it myself on a Facebook group, which they have a lot of these manuals, and someone should go get them. And they have everything like that. And here's all the diagrams and stuff in here. It's looking good. These are the capacitors that to look at, like 162. We have to go look in this area. There's the finals, and there's all this stuff here. It's got a lot of details in here. This is a good manual they put in. That's all the semiconductors and all that stuff. You could list it. Looking good. And there they are here. So who's in the chat room tonight? We got 2 viewers right now. I'm checking the chat right now to see who's out there. And we'll go back to the scroll down the manuals. Fix the traceable wire on the rail and strand block in there. Yep. I hope you're having a great week. Hey, UDX1984, thanks for coming out there. Just fix the traces with the wire before and unravel a strand of block in there. Okay, I'll try to do that. This was like a circle trace and it connects up there. But this is a great manual. I tell you, if you want to go find that Facebook group, let me know if you guys want it. So I send it to everybody in the list. This place has a lot of manuals. And let me tell you, you won't find that on CB-Trix, but it's like CB-Trix used to have them. But I found every manual in the system. It's on a Facebook group called 11 Meter Repeater. Look it up on Facebook and you'll find it. And go under files and you'll do it. But I did put the link down in for the Facebook group on the one of my grant videos I did recap, just the latest one I have, and you'll see that it's in there. And it has every book for it has all for every series you have, even from the tube radio and the old school new ones. And I'm telling you, if you want to get all the President manuals, you should get them. But this one, the Madison one version one's in there too. But I got it on another Facebook group a couple of days ago, which I have it in here. But this one has a lot of manuals, trust me. And it took a while to find the grant manual. This is one you don't see on CB-Trix today. I went to look around for this, and I've been looking for months to find it, and I finally found it today. So this is everything in it, and I'm gonna let you guys have it for download it, and you guys can get it and take a look at it. Because in case you guys have a grant, this is the original one, and I want 390 to get this too. So it's all here. You guys can see it right here. Look at that. This is what Jem Electronics should be getting this right now. But I got lucky to got this. So if I was printing this out right now, it'd be too big to print all out. And it means you go to your Office Max and your Staples, you could print the whole manual and they put it in a whole book. But when I print the Madison one, it did fit a lot of things. It's hard to see, but it actually has all that. So there's all the chips, and that is great. Look at all that. It shows all the finals and everything. That is pretty cool. And everything's well detailed in this book. Back in the 70s, they took a lot of hard work to do this. They must have tracked did all this. This is pretty amazing. But that's what I, when my TRC 451 when I did it the first time. I broke some traces on trying to put them back together. I didn't know that during that time. I was doing my first recap video. This is my second recap I've done so far for my radio. So yeah, this is 176. The ones you want to look at is the 160s. There it is, 161 and 162. There it is. We got it here. I'll show you guys in a second where it's at. We found it. 162 and 163. It's 141 and 140. That's the area. That's the one where the things are connected one each other. So that's where it's at. This is the area I'm looking at here. So that's where exactly where it's at. So that's the area I'm talking about. I put the capacitors in, took the tab caps out, the blue ones. These are the ones here, 141 and 142, 140 and 141. That's the area. It's in 62, 163. This looks like some kind of resistor here. It looks like it links up to all these areas. Now you guys can see what it is. It's actually called a loop activate filter. That's what it is. That's the capacitor I removed. And it says you can put them in this, the one contact light, you can put them in this cap here and it'll work fine. And these are 10 UFarads. That's what they are. So that's pretty cool. You can see that. You gotta go back. So, yeah. And this is a lot of details. Let's go down here. There's a lot more here. This is the original 858. Yeah, it's great. We're probably going to go watch the tube video soon, so I'm going to be watching that. And here's all the list of the conductors and electric capacitors. If you guys want to pause it, if you guys are in different countries can't download this thing, at least you guys can see it and get an idea of it on the internet tonight. So look at all that. That's what they all listed. So you can pause all these videos here. Electric capacitors, that's all of them listed here. These are the ones from contact mics they use. Those are the ones I use. All right here, the electric capacitors. Those are the exact ones you use. That's the whole. Let me get us a zoom. The capacitors are. That is the whole entire 9 yards. The ones from contact mics. These are all the caps I put in. Not all of them. These are actually it. The electric capacitors. These are all the ones that are listed here. And same thing right here on the last list of electric capacitors. These are the ones from contact mics. You guys just saw it here. That's all of them. That's almost every single one of them. It is true. That's all the capacitors. The electric capacitor, that's the one I got with the kit for all these. The one I can't find is the 111 I'm looking for. That's a hard one to find. So that, and these are other capacitors too. You guys can see it here. Yeah, 88 is listed on this one too. Yeah, that's the electric capacitors. Those are the ones that go by this. So we found everything on those. And there's some more here. Good, looking good. But you guys gotta go look at that video, and it's around 37 minutes is where you have to go look at the latest Madison recap video, and you'll see what I did on that one with the 140, 141 on the tray, and you'll see it there. That's what I'm talking about. And I had it on microscope video, 2 videos of it when I was doing it, trying to solder it in there. Good. But after we get done with the grant, it's going to be the Robin 123s. The next day I'm going to be soldering the caps, which I'm going to wrap the leads in and make sure they stay on the negative. The only thing I got is the yellow caps. They are film capacitors. You don't need negative, positive, both of them. And so you can hook either way you want. I went up on the voltage on 600 volts or 650 for those. Those are like the big firecracker caps. All the other ones I have, they're all correct. And they'll be able to fit all the other ones in the rocket. So that one came out in 1977, April 20th. Look at that. Someone wrote this down. They must have given it to the Sam Photos Packs. You could tell all that stuff. These are coils. Look at that. Someone wrote all this too. And there's the fuse. It says 3 amp fuse. I put a 5 amp fuse. It works good with 5 amps. And there's the transformer and all that stuff. Especially a list of the relay. There's our crystals. Here's the crystals listed here. And that's what they go by. There we go. We got the relay here. The relay is actually RL1 relay. I think it's called 2400-001. It's for the transmit. That's what the relay is. And that's all the hearts here. It's pretty cool. So you guys have a great day. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting all down. Let's get this thing going. And there's our grab. So who's in the chat tonight? We're going to be watching OTR. You guys go watch OTR Radio Network. I'm going to be hopping over there soon. I just want to show you where we get the grant. And some sand. And some sand. It's great. So I'm going to let you guys go. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Thanks for coming out here tonight. And I'll be working on that Madison, on that President grant, and take my time. But I'm going to take those other caps out, the ones I'll have to try, the ones I showed you on the video. Once I do that, then I'll go be working on the 141 and 140 last on the list. That's what I'm going to do. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for coming out here tonight. We'll catch you later off this thing. And I'll see you guys out there. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. Oh yeah, 410. And thanks for coming out there, UJX390, and all the other guys out there. Thanks for coming out there, Mark Sanquez, UJX875, and UJX in 1984 that came out here tonight. This is UJX362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. We'll catch you later off the key.